sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Hey, Rufus, you in that fantasy league? No, 319.
In your face.
Rodgers now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Man, hold on, let me go see you. Who your team?
Around. I thought I kept the same damn people I wanted to team. That was them telling. But then I went to my brother saying no damn ball.
Yeah, they got rid of everybody from fantasy, so you're going to just start the draft and build your own team.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
No, you don't pick 7,
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards. It says the very next week, hey, let's bat things out.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally.
Oh, my God.
Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On first and goal, Howard. Really been an ideal. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Rodgers to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 13. It's a first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it?
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Geronimo Allison, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You didn't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front. Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 77 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter. It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long. And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now Rodgers, flush to his right. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction. Now, ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. These two teams all tied after 1. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Running from the gun with Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing now is Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Now this throw caught left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Go. 280. 46 down, man. 5-4. No.
Wentz now on first down. There's the first NFL catch for the former Stanford man, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Recon, 132 fighter. 82.
Out of the gun, this is Howard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Packers get set to go. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
he's going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
On first down, they run with Howard. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Mike Daniels makes the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play. Holding them to no gain.
He'll rifle this. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first.
Somebody niggas I play something and asked him what's that again. I'm about to
Elliott on for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Come on, defense.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
I like the way y'all looking out there, baby. Y'all looking good,
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
He gets this to Devontae Adams. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Howard. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Blake Martinez, the NFC's leading tackler a year ago, in on the stop. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
To try again after the sack. Rodgers caught on the right side by Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And out now come the Eagles. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. It's a pickup of 7, and it is also the final play of the first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
What we got? What we got? Hey, Mike 51. 57. What's that?
Shotgun now for Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Howard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Wentz looking deep for his tight ender. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull
over here, bro.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Throw to the right. He's got the tight end here, Sternberger. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was...
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's a net of 40 there, punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Here we go. 280. Great 15. Ram.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. And this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Let's line 2. Hey, kill. Hey, forward toe kill. Hey, exit. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
To throw is Wentz. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35.
Woo!
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Boppers, man.
Deshaun Jackson,
Throwing dots, man.
his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles
Man,
had
that's
6
what
to
got
their
a trophy.
lead.
Now I'm throwing dots, man. The Bopper Whoppers.
Elliott good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get it.
Late for work like a motherfucker.
It's through the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw is Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Rodgers now to throw. And he's going to go down again. Derek Barnett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. On 1st down, Howard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know. Defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that.
Again, it's Howard. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Wentz. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 25 on 2nd down, Wentz. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. It's a 3-yard touchdown run, and the Eagles are pouring it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing now is Rodgers. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good...
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
These Eagles fly high,
Derek
baby.
Barnett bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick, rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke. Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
So you already in it?
Yeah, I got the weekend.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Wentz going to throw.
Hey, the Broncos open.
This is
boy got
Jackson.
man.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson.
Give me 1, 2 further,
his
but I want the
2nd
Broncos.
touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
He'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Here's Rodgers. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
A give left side to Howard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They go with Howard again. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Jair Alexander up to make the tackle.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And some room to roam now. And he's free going down the left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in this game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
People gave me that 4th loss. No, I'm supposed to be undefeated, man.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Yeah, I remember before I went to the club, I came in.
This will be taken in at the 1.
I think the look come back.
And he'll be brought down at the 23.
The 75-yard run with Freeman or something like that.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Right side caught by Jackson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. A give to Howard. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. It's a 39-yard attempt right hash. And his kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. A big
Good game,
offensive
Top.
explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Eagles, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Gangster, cold. Get up with you niggas when I get off tonight, man. I know B-Bo gonna want some, so everybody invited to the ass whipping session tonight.
Yeah, don't leave me out, dog. I need one of them ass whipping too, dog.
I thought you said you wanted a haircut. Now you want me to put the switch on you?
Whatever you need to do, my nigga.
Remember your mama told you go get that switch?
Yeah.
She said, yeah.
Yeah, I got it. I got it for you.
I might have to catch you in the shower like my mama did me one time. You ain't gonna do it no more. I used to be running all in the blinds and everything. Remember them long blinds they used to have that go all the way down to the floor? Them thick ones? Oh man, I remember being all up in there, my friends laughing at me through the window. Oh man. It beat me out of jail though, I ain't gonna lie about that. Yeah.
I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please.
That used to be a trick mode till you got hit like, man, I ain't getting this job. I already know it.
Hey, Twan, nigga, I done been woke up out my sleep, nigga, and beat it out. So I'm picturing motherfuckers used to walk by the room and seeing a nigga sleeping good like he ain't done nothing. Fuck T Slaughter. Fuck about no T Slaughter up in here. Talking trophies, I didn't grab it. Can't match his attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. Oh, well, you ain't playing nobody, nigga. Like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it. You out here bragging about being 4-0, nigga. You ain't playing nobody, nigga. I'm here with that shit. I'm supposed to be 4-0, but one of the commissioners gave me a loss, so I'm 3-1. I mean, I'm just saying I gotta take it what it is. I'm 3-1. We in the same division, so I ain't even worried about nothing you talking about. I'll see you. The one that's gonna get on your ass. Them. Yeah, not for long. It's a long road. It's a marathon, baby, not a sprint. Hey, man, I'm gonna catch y'all when I get off work, man. If you want to play tonight, TP, if you ain't doing shit, I'll play your ass on unranked, though.
Oh, that's fine, bro. I'll be ready for you whenever, bro.
I'll send it to you when I get off.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Tony.
I know who that is.
Yeah.
Soon as I went to go look at my division, I seen the Eagles.
You know me.
I know who you is.
Same nigga from last year, you know me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't tell you nothing. I smacked your ass the last 2 times.
Yeah, but you ain't never make it to the playoffs, though.
I did make it to. I beat you in the playoffs.
No, you didn't. You You ain't beat me in no playoffs, nigga. Every playoffs I made it to was a Super Bowl run, nigga. What you talking about? You ain't beat me in no playoffs.
You had the Panthers. I smashed you. I beat the shit out you. You got mad. You told me so. Oh, you were crying the whole game. You should have won.
That wasn't no playoff game, bro. That we played. That wasn't no playoff game. That was the last game. That was the last game of the season. You beat me.
You was beating me like 21-3. I came back and taxed your ass.
You did.
Like 42
hey, I don't never lie on a nigga. You did that. But anytime we in the same division, if it's me or you, 10 times out of 10, it's gonna be me, and you know that.
Not this one. Not this one.
Okay. Okay. Just making sure we got understanding.
Not this one, man. Not this
I see your game up. I see you. I see you. I got my eyes on you.
Right now, man.
What week we play right quick? Let me check out what week we play.
We play week 7.
Yeah, tell these niggas hurry up and play their games, man.
Killing this nigga with Freeman, man.
What's up?
Killing this nigga with Freeman.